Good day, we are Group 3 of 3TE1 and we're here to present the video case digest of the Bank of the Philippines Silence versus Norman and Angelina Yu. Now first, let's identify the parties involved. First, the petitioner being the Bank of the Philippines Islands or BPI, then the respondent is Norman and Angelina Yu, and the Twanson Builders Corporation. Now let's head to the facts of the case. Fact number 1. Respondents Norman and Angelina Yu and Twanson Builders Corporation borrowed 75 million pesos from the Far Eastern Bank and Trust Company or FEBTC. Fact number 2. In the year 1999, the Yus were having trouble paying for their loan and requested for a loan restructuring. This is where FEBTC merged with BPI and the loan restructure was granted. The Yus debt was lowered down to 33.4 million pesos. Fact number 3. The Yus also granted the Yus also requested BPI regarding their mortgage lands, asking to release them in where BPI denied this request. BPI extrajudicially foreclosed the mortgage properties.
So now for the facts of the case, fact number 4. BPI decided to auction these properties in where it was won by Magna Craft Development with a bidding of 45.5 million pesos. The use then filed for a complaint against BPI for the charges, foreclosure expenses, and more. Next is on October 24, 2003, the use filed a complaint against BPI. BPI admitted the foreclosure of the mortgage properties that amounted to 39,055,254.95 pesos. That included 33,283,758.73 as principal debt, 2,110,210,282 as interest, and 3,661,213 pesos as penalty charge. Next is that BPI then also admitted that the proceeds of the sale were amounting to 45,090,566 pesos, and the sale amount exceeded by more than 6 million pesos since this now included litigation expenses, interests, penalties, and attorney's fees. In the year 2003, the summary judgment was finally approved by the RTC, which led to the penalty charge lowered down to 12% from 36%.
Fact number 7. The BPI's request of reconsideration was also denied by the CA, which led to RTC's decision being retained. Moving on to the issues presented. Number 1, whether or not the case presented no genuine issues of fact, such as to warrant a summary judgment by the RTC. And number 2, where summary judgment is proper, whether or not the RTC and the CA Letter A correctly deleted the penalty charges because of BPI's alleged failure to comply with the Truth in Lending Act. Letter B correctly reduced the attorney's fees to 1% of the judgment debt. And letter C properly dismissed BPI's counterclaims for moral and exemplary damages, attorney's fees, and litigation expenses. For the court rulings, the pleadings of letter A, the pleadings of the parties, and letter B, the loan agreements, the promissory note, and the real estate mortgages between them, the foreclosure and bidding documents, letter D, the admissions and other disclosures between the parties during the pre-trial. Next, the youths were aware of the penal charges since they signed it in the promissory note. The BPI already had received too much profit from their interests. The SC found the ruling made by the RTC valid, which was to reduce the penalty charge to 12% per annum. The court's decision of lowering down the attorney's fees were just right since BPI already had charged for foreclosure expenses and that the attorney's fees are not essential to the cost of borrowing, but a mere incident of collection. That is all for our video digest.